All right, let's talk about offensive rookie of the year candidate Malik Nabers. I think that's maybe even favorite at this point with how some of the young quarterbacks have maybe started the season slow, and also just how great he's been to start this season. He has been the offense in many ways for the Giants. They are feeding him the ball as much as possible, and he's making it work. Let's talk about what's making Malik Nabers so dominant to start this season. Also, real quick, just a reminder that I do have a movie channel. If you like watching movies, check that out. The link is in the description below. It's called Jackson Kruger Movies. Starting off with a play you see on your screen, a very simple play, but something that really goes to show this guy is not playing like a rookie out there. It's a cover 2 zone, and you see the route. Again, on paper, very simple, just trying to get into a gap in coverage. But watch how he runs this. First, Nabers is going to start this play, and you see he kind of sits down in what appears to be a gap in coverage. The issue is a Browns player dropped back into coverage who was a defensive lineman. That's kind of the way to have this play set up. So while Nabers, sitting where he is, would have made sense, now it doesn't because there's a defensive lineman in front of him. But watch what he's going to do here. Watch him just kind of shift more towards the bottom of the screen just a little bit. It wasn't anything crazy, but just a couple of steps makes it so much easier for Daniel Jones to make that throw. And because of this, on a 3rd down and 5, Malik Nabers is able to pick up a good 15 yards and a first down. This is what I mean when I say, like, he doesn't play like a rookie. Because, some other really good rookies, like Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase, they still look like rookies out there. They were just really good rookies, right? I feel like Nabers, he just has an understanding of how the NFL game works already. Like, something like this is just crazy, really, where this was the play that was the key highlight, so we gotta talk about it. It's just a go-out one-on-one matchup, which I do have to say, I have some critiques of how the Browns played this. I mean, Nabers is their offense. They targeted Nabers on 60% of their plays in week 2, which is absurd. Malik Nabers has by far the highest target share in the NFL right now. Why are you leaving him one-on-one? It makes no sense. But for Daniel Jones, he says, hey, I'm not going to question your decision. I'm just going to try to take advantage. He fires one up in Nabers' direction. The issue is, I guess this is why Cleveland felt like maybe they could do this, right? They have, good coverage on this play. This is Martin Emerson Jr., and he's not just thinking like, oh, maybe I can, knock this ball away. He wants to take it away. He wants the interception here. But watch Nabers go up, make the grab, get his feet in bounds. I mean, that's just an insane play. This is, when people say you mossed somebody, this is what they mean. Going over the top and just taking the ball out of their hands. That's incredible. And, I mean, you talk about the swing in a play like that. If that gets intercepted, okay, well, that's not good. You lose possession of the ball. Instead, you keep possession and get the ball all the way inside the red zone. I mean, talk about a huge swing in a football game. So having a guy like this, I mean, this is why he's worth a top 10 pick, because he can do things like this. This play was another really good one where it's going to be a one-on-one matchup again. Again, you see a decent amount of these. This will not be the last one-on-one matchup we talk about with a single safety deep. You have the route you see on the screen. But watch how Nabers runs this, where he's going to spend so much of an effort to just get by the Browns defensive back. I mean, he has a solid yard of separation at this point. So this is once again Martin Emerson. It's a difficult situation for Emerson because while you're in the end zone, so you don't have to fully worry about getting burned deep, you just don't know where Nabers is going to cut at this point, and he has this much separation. When he finally does cut towards the top of the screen, he's able to even come back a little bit. And I think maybe the most impressive part about all of that was this wasn't a great throw. I mean, that throw was high, and again, it's something that it's catchable, right? I mean, he caught it, so it's catchable, but it just was an added degree of difficulty that not every receiver is going to catch. Nabers, though, finding a way to catch it. Also, play like this. Again, the simple stuff, too. Nabers is making highlights, but he's also showing that he can be a capable number 1 receiver by being able to make the consistent plays. Because, listen, making a highlight is cool, but there are, not a lot of receivers that can make the highlight plays, but there's a number of receivers that can make the highlight real level plays. But the way you become a Justin Jefferson, the way you become a Devontae Adams, a Tyreek Hill, isn't just by these splash plays. You also have to be able to make some layups, and that's what we're going to see on this. Just a slant route on a 1st and 10. Again, man coverage here. When this play begins, what do you think happens? He quickly gets the leverage he wants. He's so explosive. He's in position to make a catch. And so far, so good. Now, what do you think is going to happen from this point? Again, exactly what you expect. Daniel Jones makes a nice throw, but, also Nabers was pretty open. He's able to make the grab. But here's really where some of the impressive stuff comes in. Already good. You're able to just win off the line like that. There's so much value in that. In theory, teams have to start double teaming you when you do this. Again, didn't happen in this game, but you would think going forward, that's what teams will do. But also watch him then juke out poor Martin Emerson, who, really, the poor guy having to go up against Malik Nabers so much one-on-one. But, this is dominant football. It really is. It reminds you of, some of those guys I mentioned, of Jamar Chase and of Justin Jefferson, and just how, just coming onto the field, it's just immediate, oh, he's the best player on the Giants. Just immediately, you're like, yeah, he's that good. A play like this was really good, too. I saw some people, criticizing the Browns for this play. Listen, again, like I said, I have some critiques of how the Browns played Nabers, but this is also going to be a really good route by Nabers to help set this up, where it's zone coverage this time for Cleveland. You see that Jones takes the snap, looks in Nabers' direction. Actually, it looks like he's looking a little bit towards the flat, but he wants to go to Nabers. That's where he's going to be playing this. But you look at Nabers doing a good job of not selling exactly where he's going to run just yet. It's kind of making it seem as though he could go towards the top of the screen. So then when he cuts, again, he's just so explosive. He ends up getting wide open on that play. Again, Jones looking towards Malik Nabers, as he will be doing a lot this season, I assume. So where do we go from here? What do we view Malik Nabers as? I view him as an elite player. I really do. I view him as the kind of guy where I almost wonder if because he's a rookie, people just aren't taking him as seriously as they should. But he's playing at an elite level right now. He's playing at a top 15 receiver in football, if not even higher than that, to be honest. The numbers are really good, but also you have to keep in mind the fact that he is the offense, the fact that there really isn't a ton else going on for the Giants right now is massively limiting what he could be. The performance he had, he didn't even crack 100 yards, but it's the kind of performance, it's a 200-yard performance that just doesn't get the stats to back it up. So I know it sounds like I'm really hyping him up, but he's playing at that kind of level right now. So again, he is a rookie. Maybe we will see some rookie bumps, and I do want to see what happens once teams start paying him more attention. We saw that with Jamar Chase, right? His rookie year, teams were leaving him one-on-one because, he's a rookie. Let's see what he has. And eventually realized we can't be doing that. For Malik Nabers, I suspect something similar. We will start to see teams basically just say we can't leave him one-on-one. But I don't know. He cuts so well. I think he's going to have plenty of, like I said, he does so much good stuff kind of underneath as well and against zone as well that I just don't really see there being a way to stop him. Might want to still put some extra effort into it, though. That's what I think. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from ya. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.